and one in the weekday.
Yeah, on a weekly basis, you try to do it on a weekly basis. So you can use this. Let me share the screen. So you can use this phrase. So regularly, of course, you know that how to use regularly, but on, for example, weekly basis or on a daily basis means every day, on a weekly basis, every week, on a monthly basis. Yeah, of course. So you can use this phrase to talk about something that you do regularly. Well, very good. Okay. So you talked about cooking. I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
It's about special Vietnamese food. So that you normally cook New Year. And of course, I can't pronounce the name, so I show you a photo. This, what is this? Tell me about it. I want to know. What is this?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is called bánh chưng. A
Okay.
cake, a special cake.
Pancake. Yeah, special. Is
Yes,
it sweet?
bánh
Okay, so
cake.
I want to know. It's a little confusing. So I think I misunderstood. I thought that it's a kind of sweet cake, but it's not, right?
Yes, it's
Ah,
yeah, short. Outside is the rice, the steamed
uh,
rice, and inside bean, a kind of bean with pork
ah,
mix, and
or
pork, and the bean need to steam and steer it, steam. Firstly,
first.
we steam, but how to make it? We use the rye. We use the rye outside and inside the bean, the
Yeah.
green bean together with pork pork meat, and what grab it in the leaf, a kind of leaf. Yeah, that is the leaf
Okay.
outside, and we will steam it a long, very long time, more than 10 hours.
Wow. So it's real. It's 10 hours. So I want to know since actually I heard it it takes long time. So people would prefer to buy it rather like than cook it at home. So I want to know it's 10 hours. Wow, it's
Yes.
so long.
And yeah, it's a traditional activity at the last day of the New Year, Lunar New Year,
Ah,
the 30 day of December, Lunar New Year. So
of course.
many Vietnamese family cook this cake, and family member gather together, and
Wow.
wait, because it takes a long time to cook, so everyone need to wake up overnight, and people
Ah.
yeah, so that is a very good occasion for the all member of family gather to make the cake, and wake up overnight together to wait for this cake to be cooked.
Of
So yes,
course.
that is a very very good traditional activity for the New Year, to celebrate Lunar New Year of Vietnamese people.
Yeah, of
Yes, yes, and and the history of this cake originates long time ago. The history said that in the past, when the Hùng King
yeah.
kingdom, that is the ancient of Vietnamese people,
Yeah.
King Hùng.
Yeah.
He have the last boy, the youngest prince. He he cooked this cake, and the king very happy when he eat. So the king
Wow.
choose the youngest boy to be the king, the youngest.
Yeah.
So
So there's a
very,
story behind it. So
yes.
interesting.
And so
Yeah.
this cake had a very beautiful history.
Of
Yes.
course, I like the story, but you know that is really interesting. So, so let me confirm what I actually got. So on New Year's Eve, you get together, and of course you do it together. So it takes about 10 hours, and it's a chance for family members, and of course, so we can say you immediate or extended family to be together, to get together and do something and enjoy. Of course, they can talk, they can spend time. At the same time, they cook something really delicious for New Year. So that is really interesting. And I like the story behind it. That is so interesting. So it's a
Yes.
really
Very
good culture,
interesting.
actually. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
And
good culture.
yes.
Yeah.
And now as far as I know, Vietnamese living overseas, they have Vietnamese community, and they often cook this cake at the New Year Eve together.
Ah, of course. Very
So I think
good.
that's why many foreigners know about this cake.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know why? It's like, I heard, so like, when for example, with some of my students, we talk about food, different actually local cuisine in different countries. So this one was actually the name that they gave me, and I was like, okay, what it is. I wanted to know about it. But I heard, for example, one said it takes 3 and 4 hours. Another said it takes, for example, I don't know, one day. And I was like, how long, really? How long does it take? So I want to ask you to be sure. So at least 10 hours.
Very
So
long.
it's,
Because you see,
yeah.
when we need to make the rice, because the cake is very big, and we need to put it in a pot and pour a lot of water
Of
inside, and
course.
and
Ah,
yeah, so it takes a lot of time to make the rice become like
of
this.
course.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
take
And
a
it
long time.
looks great. It looks
Yeah.
great and it looks really, delectable. So I said, wow, the color is perfect. The form of it is perfect. I think it should be really delicious. I don't know. I have no idea, but I think it should be really delicious. Yeah.
Yes. No, before a long time ago when I was young, I when I ate this cake, I think that it's delicious. But now because it's a lot of rice, so
High calories.
yeah,
High calories.
it's
Yeah,
easy
of course.
to gain
Yeah.
weight. I even to that now it's easy to buy at the mini mart. Every day we can buy.
I know.
But I think that it have a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
better to be eaten. Yeah, of course. It's better to be
calories.
eaten just once a year. So, yeah, of course, in order to avoid gain weight. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
My mom liked to eat this cake a lot. She often fried it and to make it more crush, and she liked to eat. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
but
so that's really good. Actually,
yeah,
if you don't have any concern and worries about gaining weight, why not? So you can eat it every day. But unfortunately, so
yes,
it's really difficult. So yeah, every
yes,
delicious food, every delicious. So I always say that I don't know why delectable, delicious food, or I don't know, fruit. So or snacks, or I don't know, unhealthy or high calorie. So it's like it's really difficult. So you really want to eat, but you say, oh no. It's like, like a guilty pleasure. So it's not about this topic, actually the topic of our book, but let me ask you, do you have any guilty pleasure?
let,
Do, guilty pleasure. Do you know the meaning of guilty pleasure?
I know guilty, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's
Ah,
the you want to use
let me
guilty.
say
Pleasure.
guilty pleasure. Actually, it's really it's totally different from the meaning of, yeah, of course, you know the meaning of guilt and guilty, but guilty pleasure
Guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure.
is something doing, but let me write before I forget. Okay, then we can talk. Okay, that is guilty pleasure. What is that? Something that you enjoy doing, but after doing, you feel like, oh, I shouldn't
Yes.
have done this. For example, eating fast food. I don't know, doing something. So then let's eat it. After eating, you feel embarrassed, regret, like, okay, I shouldn't have eaten that. So like this. Okay, this is guilty pleasure. Do you have?
Many. I think, for example, drink coffee. I love coffee a lot. So whenever I drink coffee, I feel very excited and full of energy for work and like
Yeah.
a lot and many many
I know.
ideas appears in my mind. So
Yeah,
I
I know. Of course.
and
Of course.
I drink one cup in the morning, but in the afternoon, I think that it's not good. Even to that, it late in the afternoon, but many times late in the afternoon, at the end of one working day, so I feel very tired, and at that time. I often buy coffee to drink. So, but I'm
Yeah.
feel very sorry about drinking coffee at that time because it can make
Of
me
course.
cannot sleep well in the evening. but,
Yeah, of
but
course.
I cannot stop. And many times I drink coffee in the late afternoon. Even to that, I know that it's a not good
Yeah.
habit. Yeah.
Of course, it's like we know that, as you said, coffee, especially about coffee. So let me give you some good phrases since you talked about it. Yeah, it boosts your memory. So, of course, and it can improve your mood, enhance your mood. And of course, it can improve your concentration and ability to stay awake. Of course, so different good things. That is really good. But I do agree sometimes. For example, I have another like I don't want to say like it's guilty pleasure. So
Yeah.
eating junk food at night. I
Yes.
have this, and I'm like, I know, of course, at my age, especially so, I can easily gain weight, so I need to be careful what to eat. And I always, of course, just talk to my daughter about the negative effects are, for example, unhealthy food, junk food, especially at night. And me, so like it's night, and I'm like, okay, just tonight, let's eat it, and tomorrow I won't. I eat, and 10 minutes after eating, I'm like, why you did this? You are a mature adult person. Why you did this? So what did you think? I'm like, oh, and again tomorrow. It's really bad, but of course, I think everyone has. But at least your habit, your guilty pleasure, it's somehow good. So we know that, of course, too much coffee is not good for our health, but somehow it's good. So it boosts
Yeah.
your energy, your memory, you can concentrate, you can actually, you have good mood. Exactly. But mine is really
Yeah.
negative, really
After
bad.
yeah, after drinking coffee, sometimes I feel oh my God, it's not like me. It's someone much better than me.
Of course.
so
Of course.
it
Yeah,
affects
of
a lot.
course.
Yes, to my productivity, working productivity,
Yeah,
and
of course.
also yes,
Yeah,
and
of course, definitely.
I think for many food also sometimes some food is not good for health and but it's very delicious. So when cannot
Yeah,
stop.
of
Yeah,
course.
in
Yeah,
it.
of course. And you know that we live in a country of fast food and of course
Yeah,
junk food. So it's really difficult not to
seafood
eat
also,
food.
teacher.
Yeah.
Seafood also some men like my husband. The doctor does not allow him to eat a lot of seafood, but he
Yeah.
whenever he eat he need to drink medicine in
Yeah.
advance.
Of course, yeah, he needs to take medicine. So definitely guilty pleasures, but his guilty pleasure has some
Yeah.
negative consequences. He needs to take some medicine to actually recover what he did. But yeah, unfortunately, so everyone has, and it's really difficult to control. So, but we have, so you do. Yeah, okay. So for the beginning, I really like discussion. So let me, okay, let me share the book. Let's see what we have on our book if you're ready now.
Yes, teacher.
Let's see. Okay.
What will you
Well,
often do?
as I remember, we're going to start with,
Yes. What will do you often do at the weekend, teacher?
I work. I work. Yeah, let
Wow.
me say something.
Wow,
Yeah, of
how
course.
working person.
My busiest day is Saturday. A really busy day. And I can say that I start working early morning, really early until night, late. And so it's so busy. So normally I can't do anything, but I try to find at least, for example, on Sunday, 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours to go out. I don't know, to do something with my daughter. Just, I don't know, maybe we eat out. And so she relaxes to go out and I don't know, play, going to the park, doing something what she likes actually. So just this, but unfortunately, so weekend is so full, so it's a little bit difficult to do something special. Actually, I've for this year, uh, of course, I thought about resolution, like what to do, what not to do, and I have a good list. Unfortunately, I couldn't do, not yet. So I will try, but for now, maybe I'm thinking to, I don't know, take up playing tennis again, but not now, maybe 2 weeks later, like this. But I
Yeah.
work. For now, I work, just work. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Working is a very good thing to. I think that uh, here in Asian country, we are encouraged to work a lot. Yes.
Course,
Yes,
of course.
and now here people often said to each other, working is how can I say um, a good duty for family, for social, for society, and for ourselves. So we
Yeah.
work and work.
Yeah, of course,
You,
of
yeah,
course. Actually, yeah, in the past, as you remember, so I remember that, for example, when I was younger, or for example, when I was child, I remember uh in my family, so weekend was weekend. I remember. So
yeah,
no one needed to work, not mom, not dad, like staying together, just having some fun. But now, as you said, actually, the life pace is so fast everywhere, not only in your country or Asian country. So no matter where you are or where you live. So it's so fast and you need to run. So you need to
yeah,
work harder. And just the point is here, I think this is my idea. When you love what you do, so you
yeah,
enjoy, whether this
yeah.
weekend or,
Yeah.
for example, yeah, to me, so this is actually part of my life. So I'm into my job. So I really love. So when I start working, I enjoy. So it's like, one day if I don't work, I feel like just, I don't know, I'm not in mood, a little depressed. So I really like working.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this is a part of, but for
yeah.
family, of course, since I have daughter, so she's 6. So she needs me to spend time together to go. So I try to manage. So the
Yeah,
time to
yeah,
spend with her. But when you love what you do and when you have some goals and you know what you want from your life, so it gets easier to work, especially so sometimes it's not a late night or early morning, really early. So sometimes my student ask me, teacher, how do you wake up so early? And I'm like, I'm
oh,
happy. really happy when I wake up and I know that I want to do something new. I want to meet someone, for example, new, and it's really enjoying for me. So
Yeah,
I think, yeah, work is good, but how to work is important.
yeah, that's right, teacher.
Yeah.
And we need to well plan for the time for working and the time for family, especially for our kids. No, they
Great.
need us a lot. So yeah, so that is the very tough now for women who have a kid and to work to work at the same time. Me too.
Yeah,
Now I
of
need,
course.
you see, in my work now, there are a lot of opportunity, but but I need to consider the working time because I need to leave office soon, not soon, but not very late, so that I can come to my reach my home not very late in the evening, so I have a little time for my youngest children, youngest child also in the evening to follow to follow him, to remind him to
Yeah,
do his homework every night, every
yeah,
evening. Yeah.
of
So
course, of course. I
yeah,
think your work is really hard, your responsibility. So, whether, so sometimes you would prefer to stay home. So, as a wife, as a mom, and of course, you have lots of time. So, of course, so no matter whether you are actually a working mom or not, I believe that, mothers sacrifice their whole life for their kids and family. So, no
yeah,
matter whether you stay home or, for example, you work. But when you do, and when you have two responsibilities, home and work together, it's
yeah,
really difficult. Since
yes, that,
you need to manage everything. So everyone expect, like, they need it and they don't understand. If you don't do this, they're like, oh, mom, don't spend, time with us, so it's not really good. They have no idea why you can't, why you are working hard because of the family. So
yeah,
you do everything for family. You want to, for example, I don't know, make a better future for kids. But at the same time, you need to be a good mom with responsibility. I don't know, cooking, cleaning, and spending time with children. Of course, school, housework, homework, so everything. So it's really challenging. And you should be really strong, I think. So you should be really
yeah,
strong to handle both
yeah,
sides together.
yes, that's right,
And
teacher.
yeah, of course.
So
And we are.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we need
We
we need to make have a very clever decision. Yeah, and
Yes,
we
more
need
decision.
to have a good plan for using our every
Yes.
day. Yes,
Yeah.
and
And we need to stay healthy. That is really important.
yes,
We have to, I always say, we must stay healthy. Since, this is the most important thing, the
yeah,
first, yeah. So, for example, sometimes when I think that, okay, I don't have enough time to play my favorite sport and it's not really good. And then again, I think you have to do it. You have to find time. You have to either make schedule to do it. Since this is a part of your life that is really important, like integral, and it makes your life healthier. And you need this health for the future, for your kids, and of course for the family. So I think staying healthy is the first responsibility that every woman has. This is the first one.
yeah. That's right, teacher.
Yeah,
Yes,
of
yes.
course.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah, for I think that's because Vietnamese is emerging. It's people said it not yet developed country, but it's still on the way to be developed country.
Developing. Vietnam
developing.
is developing. We have developed and developing countries.
Yes,
Developed and developed. Vietnam is one of developing countries. Yeah.
developing country, and so the economy grow very fast, and the percentage of GDP growth of Vietnam is very, I think that quite high in the world at 7 to 8%. Yeah, so I think they are, because the economy is developing, so it creates a lot of opportunities for people, for worker, and I am, sometimes I feel very happy because I have there's many opportunity there around me. Yes, and
Nice.
yes, and I think that if I invest in my knowledge, and I can work more, so I can have a lot of opportunity to have a better job. Yes, a better job with higher salary and more
Of course.
interesting job. So yes, so I always try my best, but you see, when we stay in a midst of many opportunity, we need to think very carefully. We need to choose, so we can choose the best job,
Yeah,
with
of
most
course.
suitable with our situation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course. That
and
is
I,
really important. Yeah.
yes, and I discovered that if invest into English is a very the best way
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
have
Yeah, of course
a
can
job,
be.
work
Yeah,
less,
it can be.
work less, and higher salary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course. That is that is really important. Yeah. So if it works for you, why not? Of course. So yeah. So for high position. So yeah, of course, especially for someone like you with many years of experience, of course, there are lots of opportunities and you can easily choose, just but this making decision is really difficult here since you need to consider different aspect. Okay, I need to work, for example, more hours, so it's better not to accept this one since I need to spend time with my kid. For example, okay, I can gain, for example, a high salary higher than my current position, but again, there is another aspect that I need to consider. So, yeah, making decision even so sometimes we have really good opportunities, but we decide not to, okay, choose or not to have or not to accept because of some reasons. So if I think it's great if you don't feel sorry, if you don't regret about it. So that's perfect. It means you made the right decision. But if you do something and after that you feel guilty, you feel embarrassed, and you feel sorry about it, it's like, maybe you made mistake. It's better to, I don't know, overview and check it again and maybe make another decision. So about family, it's difficult to choose. To know what is right, what is not, it's really difficult. I think it's
yeah.
ability. Yeah. Well, okay. Actually, it's a good topic to talk, and I can talk about this topic for many hours. It's really good topics.
Yeah.
So, women's right in the world.
So
Yeah.
you can be a very good lecturer.
Ah,
If you
yeah.
invest if you invest to be a lecturer, I think that because in America I see that for example, something like people like to be speak very well in front of the audience, in
I'm
front of
not. I'm not good. I'm not. So I feel like I always say that in my classes. I'm really confident. I don't know, extrovert, outgoing, easily communicate, easily talk. But when it comes to talk, for example, in front of lots of, I'm like, I don't know why I'm shy. I'm like, but I feel like that. sometimes I think about my personality and I'm like that, girl, you are not shy at all. I'm not shy person at
Yeah,
all. But
yeah, that's
when it
right.
comes to like, speaking in front of, I don't know, audience, especially lively. So, interacting with people, I'm like a little bit shy. And I think there is a conflict here. I can with my emotion, and I'm like, okay, I shouldn't be. It's not acceptable. But yes, it's sometimes I am. So I feel like, I'm a bit shy, and I can sometimes I feel that I'm a little bit introvert, and I'm shocked. And I'm like, no, you are not, because I'm not. I'm really extrovert, totally extrovert person, but sometimes I feel. And
Yeah.
of course, this one we say interpersonal skills. So talking, communicating with people, of course, especially for some jobs like business is really important. So how to manage, how to talk, how to communicate, how to interact with people around you, that is really important. But I think it takes a long time since we need to work on it. So it's difficult. It's not easy at all. And by the way, I think you are really good at speaking and interacting with people. You're really good. Yeah. So you are
I,
good. You
yes, I think that I just good in my relating to the conversation relating to work only,
no.
because I am not in joking or gossip. So whenever I come to a conversation, an open conversation that some friends gather together and chat and gossip, I'm not good. I don't know
No,
why.
you're not. Maybe you don't like to chit chat. So chit chat is like, talking a normal, not important, just topics, daily topics. So normally, the friends hang out, they get together to talk, and I don't know. As you said, just gossip or something like this. Maybe you don't like. For example, yeah. But if you can talk easily on different topics, of course, if you want, you can. Maybe this is not your preference. So it's not, for example, something that I really like to talk about, not daily conversation on, I don't know, not important or unessential topics. Maybe you don't like.
Yes, and but I really eager to join for example business discussion,
Sure.
especially potential opportunity to work together. So some deal can earn money. I'm very interesting
Of
teacher.
course. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Well, who doesn't?
Very dangerous.
Everyone. Yeah.
And
Just, yeah, of course. So I think that just you show me, I follow. So of course, everyone likes it. So when it comes to money, especially, and we can say current days and situation in the world that, I don't know, everything changes every day. We feel like that it's better to find new methods. I don't know, to update yourself, to know AI, how to use it, even so as we talked before, so how to actually change and your earned income to your passive income in the future since you need it. So there are, and everyone needs to find a way, and it's not really easy. So sometimes I feel like that, okay, really what we can do and finding the way. So of course, normally we like, and so we are interested in new topic, clues, methods to make more money. But yeah, sometimes we watch. Do you watch videos on YouTube about, for example, easy money, making money? Do you watch videos or no? You think that they are just videos and they're not actually,
I
I don't
watch a
know.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah, you watch a
I
lot.
watch a lot of
Yeah.
YouTube, and I read a lot of book about, especially for
Yeah.
finance, for financial investment also. But
Oh.
here we choose three channel to invest. Firstly, the most easiest channel. for office for employee who work in the office like me, invest into stock, but we
Of
need to have a
course.
good strategy to invest into stock,
Of
because
course.
I think that because for example, for employee who work in stock company, they have a chance to work with the price, stock price every hour, every minute. So they often buy and sell in very short time. But
Yeah.
for me, I don't have information, immediate information. So I just invest into the stock for more longer time. For example,
Yeah.
6 months or more, one a year or 2 years. Yes, because I
Yeah.
invest into, I expect that company develop, and in the future, when
Of
it be
course.
growth, and its stock will price will be increased. So
Yeah, of
see
course.
the strategy. But here, besides stock, we often choose another channel to invest is property.
Of course.
Property, because property here now in Vietnam is still, even to that, the property market sometimes increase, sometimes decrease. But it have a cycle, it sales cycle, 10
Of
years for
course.
a cycle up and down for the price of property here in Vietnam.
Of course.
Yes, and it's
Of
very.
course.
I think that after two cycle, it means that after 20 years, when we observe
Yeah.
two cycle for
Yeah, of
property,
course.
real estate
Yeah, of
in
course.
Vietnam. So
Yeah.
we know very, so sometimes I think that it's very clear to understand when the price up and when the price of property
Of
going down.
course.
And
Of course.
the
Yeah.
most important thing is that we need to save, we need to prepare enough money to invest on the right time that the
Of
price go down.
course.
Yes,
Of
and
course.
we
Very
need
good.
to choose
Yeah.
and we need to choose the
Yeah.
property with the price suitable with our money we have, with the money we have. Yes,
Yeah,
so
of course.
the second channel of investment is property, and another channel is, we can here, many young people, they have the second the second
Yeah.
job, their own business. For example, selling something online, and they
Yeah.
can, yes, and they can have a small business for their own, for their own.
Yeah, of course. Of
Beside
course.
the main work, the main job, that they need to, that is more sustainable,
Yeah, of
and
course.
the salary is very is, they have a income, sustainable income every month. But
Yeah, of
if
course.
they preserve more time in the evening to follow their own business, they are very interesting to follow. And it means that they can they can use their knowledge, their
Yeah, of
experience,
course.
yeah, to earn money, to earn extra money, and day by day, year by year, their business will grow up, and
Yeah, of
in the
course.
future they can,
Yeah,
it's
of course.
from a small business, it can grow to
Yeah,
big
of
business.
course.
Yes, so here that is
Yeah,
three ways of investment for young
of
people in.
course.
Yes.
Very good. And thank you. That was really good. Actually, about the first one and the second one, you mentioned actually two great ways to grow your wealth. So stock market and property. So both of them. And I definitely agree with you. I always give some tips to my students. So the first one, as you said, you need to start with research and know. You need to know and you need to be aware of industry trends. What is that? It's growing or declining. So that is really important. This is about stock market. Of course, they're different. And then we have an idiom, especially when it comes to investing in stock market. That is, don't put all your
Yeah.
eggs in one basket. So
Yes.
that is really important. That is really important, especially you need to actually invest maybe in different, okay, not only you need to research and try to find different maybe sectors, not only one. What is that? Because you are taking risk. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's really important. You are taking, and as you said, for the long term, you need to invest. So it's not only about stock market, but also about property. So invest for a long term so that some people, unfortunately, especially when it comes to stock market, they do something that is definitely wrong. And what is that? They sell when they panic. What is that? We should avoid panic selling. So you know that you say that, wow, for example, I don't know, market is declining. Okay, what can I do? Let's sell. No, that is really important. You need to stick to your strategy, okay?
Yeah.
To
That's right.
avoid making emotional decision. So it's really important. Normally people can't. So we have the most, I think one of the most important, because I experienced this. So avoid
Yes. Panic.
panic
Panic.
selling. That is
Selling.
really
Yeah.
important.
That's
Yeah,
right.
of course, that
That's
is
right.
really important. Just stick to your strategy and keep going. And then you can monitor your investment regularly. Step
Yes.
by step. Okay, let's see what is going on here and what happened. So, and some people, unfortunately, don't have a clear goal. Just
Yes.
let's invest. Okay, but why? What you want? What you want to gain? So that is really important. So you need to set your financial goals.
Yes.
Then you act according to your goals. So you need to understand why you are investing. What is the reason? For example, are you looking for, I don't know, looking to save for retirement? Another area. I
Yes.
don't know if you need actually money, if you need to, for example, gain money for financial goal, another one. Okay, so actually there are different reasons. So you need to know, you need to understand your financial goals. What is that? And of course, as you do, that is really important. I think what you have, stay educated. So especially when it comes to, investment and, for example, stock market, it's really challenging, really risky. And I think we have uh, DCA. Do you have any, let me make it bigger so capital letter is better. DCA, do you have any idea about this?
No, teacher. What is this,
That
teacher?
is that is
The
a dollar cost averaging. So dollar cost average. Yeah, what is that? It means invest consistently. It means, okay, I don't care. So of course, we have fluctuation. You know that. So if you have a diagram, you can see that, for example, dollar or pound. So no matter, I'm not talking about different currencies. Now, of course, when it comes to investment, it's better to talk about dollar. So you need to know fluctuations, up, down, up, down. So it's really normal. And you need to invest consistently. What is that? Because you need to consider dollar cost average. Yeah,
dollar.
that is really important. It means I regularly, for example, I invest a fixed amount, $1 every month. $1, and no, I don't care. So this is long-term goal. That is really important. So I have nothing to do with the stock price, up or down. I have nothing to do. So regardless of the stock price, I invest a fixed amount regularly. This is the meaning of DCA. Okay, so this way helps you actually like avoid trying to, I don't know, for example, time market and reduces, for example, the impact of short-term, investment. You know that if you don't do this, you will be affected by short-term fluctuations. So it's like, this month I have money, so let's do this. You may lose the whole money, all your money. But if you do it step by step, regularly fixed amount, in long term, you will make profit. So this is what I know. And of course, there are lots of other tips that you need to know. And when it comes to property, again, another area, smart and good way to build wealth. Of course, you know a lot. You have a lot of information about it, so you don't need me to say, but it's not bad. So, you know that the beginning should be small. Unfortunately, most of people, when it comes to property investment, they take high risk with large, big property. So you can't do this area. So it's better to start with a low risk and small. So that is really important. Why? You don't need to, for example, oh, I have this money. Let's put all my money in this property. No, you shouldn't do this. This is putting all your eggs in one basket. No, okay, start small, step by step. And that is really important. Now, the most important, I think, you need to know about real estate if you want to invest in property. What is that? Of course, you need to consider location. Unfortunately, the one of the most important factors is location. You know this. And for example, if the area, there is a misunderstanding about area. Oh, let's buy, for example, property in this area, wealthy area, expensive area. So let's do this. It's good. No, it's not good. We need to search for areas with strong potential for capital growth. So that is look for areas with strong potential for capital growth. So this one is really important. This one. For example, of course, then you have two good points. You can say advantage. You can get two advantages here, at least. The first one, you don't need to invest a lot. Small, since actually it's developing area, not developed. So the second one, okay, so when you don't need to, so you need to save a part of your money for another investment. And after that, you will in long-term future, your money will be guaranteed. And you know that, okay, you will make profit easily because this area has potential for growth. So that is really important. Well, for example, you know that some neighborhoods especially, they have some projects or cities with growing population, for example. You need to search for cities with growing population. It means that, oh, they have industry, they have some new projects which are invest in. So this is another tip. And of course, you need to know and understand your financial options. Okay, what are my options? So that is really important. You have different financing options, okay? Mortgage, I don't know, government programs, different things. You need to consider all of them and then you can, of course, invest. Well, so under a lot of the years, so you keep going. I talked a lot.
Yeah, you have a lot deep knowledge in investment.
Yeah, since I
Yeah.
teach business every day, I teach business every day, so it's really normal. I need to. It's like, every day I discuss this topic. So with different my students, so we talk, and of course they give me really brilliant ideas. So sometimes they give me and I use. And wow, that was like you. So you talk and I listen and I just make note here. Sometimes I know, so this one is really good, and then I use it. Yeah, and now tell me, if you want to choose. So since we are talking about this topic, let's keep going with it. Okay,
Yeah.
we have property and stock market. Which one would you go for the first?
Yes. To I think that for it depends on the potential of the market at the time I want to I make decision to invest into um, because I think that sometimes I tend to I don't know, but I think that sometimes I feel very happy with the market now. It gives me a lot of it offers me many choice when I want to invest my money, and for me, I often consider between stock and property, because I think it's very profitable channel to invest into, and um, which your question is which channel I invest first, I choose first. I think that is depend on the market. Sometimes I choose to invest into stock because for example, for in some cases, when I have good information about a stock, about the company I want to buy its stock. For example, for my company, I work inside it, and I had a lot of information in the news, in article in on the internet, so I can verify the information because I work inside the company, and I deeply know about the article, the news on the internet is true or not, and sometimes I understand that the news sometimes they make up a lot. No, and the information is more positive than the actual situation of the company. But yes, but for my that is the way I often I do to compare the reality of the news with the actual situation of the company, and that is the I think that is a good sample when to stock I buy the stock from of my company, the company I am working for now. Yes, and I still keep that stock and not yet sell because I can observe that my company is developing year by year, and
Yeah, of
yes.
course.
Yeah, I still keep the stock of my company up to now, and
Yeah, of
the
course.
price continue increase. But I think that is not a very the increase is not very much. It just I think that it's okay to it acceptable to invest into.
Yeah,
It's
of
mean that I
course.
still have a little bit profit from it,
Yeah,
but it's safe. It's safe because
of course.
yeah, I can
It's
manage
safe, of course.
yeah, Yes, because
Yeah, of course.
I can have the more updated information about my company, and in case if there a bad thing happen with my company, I know very soon, and I can
Of
make
course, in
decision to
advance, of
myself.
course, you are in the situation too. Of course, you will be informed in advance, like
Yeah.
and of course, you can easily take action. Yeah,
Yes.
I do. So it's really smart way, really
Yes.
smart way. Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
but I when I compare to other channel of investment, I see that the profit I earn from earn from buying the stock of my company is not a lot. So
Yeah,
I just invest into the stock of my company a little bit, not many, not much.
but
Yes,
you would go for less but safe, not more and risky. We have
yes,
more and risky, less and safe. So you would go for less and safe. Maybe, of course, maybe it's not as much as other companies, but it's safe. You are sure about it. So
yes,
it's good. Yeah, of
yes,
course. Yeah,
yes.
I do
And
agree with you.
yes, and then and now 2 years, 1 year ago, apartment in Vietnam, I think that is bump last year. Last year, even to that, some apartment in around my area, the price
Yeah,
increase. Yeah,
yeah,
the
of
price
course.
increase. If we can make if we make decision last year to buy some apartment last year, I think that we can earn so. It means that
Yeah,
can earn
right.
20% of the investment money. So it's
Of course.
very
Of
good margin.
course. Of
It's very good
course.
for the investment margin.
Of
Yes,
course.
20% a year. So I think that
Yeah,
very,
of
yeah,
course.
yes,
Yeah.
and but I lost that opportunity because I don't know why. So far I still wonder why the price increased very suddenly.
Yeah, of course.
and and I am living in the midst of that increasing, but I don't know. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
of course. Why? I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I do agree. So, of course. Yeah, it's like, yeah, since many years ago, so property has been actually one of the best. So we can say best. It was best before stock market, maybe many years ago. So it was the best. Still, it is one of the best ways to actually, of course, increase and to make profit. Yeah, of course. But it's like there are different items that need to consider. For example, in my country, you need to know your cash flow.
Cash flow.
That is
Yes.
really important. Of course, we will talk about this one, or you can search if you want, or we will talk about it. Cash flows,
Yes.
especially in
Think
some
about
countries,
that.
of course.
Yes.
In
Yes.
some countries, it's really important when you want to invest in properties. So that is really important to know if it's positive, if it's negative, and
Negative.
then you can easily invest, of course.
Yes. Yes.
Well, again,
Very
time's up
interesting
again.
for
So
this
we,
topic.
yeah, of
I fly.
course.
That sometimes.
Of course, White.
Yeah.
And so we keep going with this topic. It's really good topic. And of course,
Yeah.
it's actually we can say that we can easily expand our answers and the topics since there are a lot to talk about. And again, the next session we'll keep going with the next the same topic. Well, just you, it's not bad. Think about cash flow, about properties, and then we'll talk about it.
Yes. Very
Okay.
interesting topic.
Of
Yes, teacher.
course. I really enjoyed talking to, and you were great again. Just thank you for being perfect. I really enjoyed and used, of course, good information. And thank you so much. Of course, have a great weekend.
Yes. Thank you for your lesson. Goodbye. See you
You're
tomorrow, teacher.
welcome. Goodbye. Of course, see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Yes. Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye.
Bye.